tell me all about the Stanton Society. Thomas Stanton Society.
So Thomas Stanton Society, we're a group of descendants of Thomas Stanton and Anna Lord. Thomas was one of the 200 original founders of Hartford, Connecticut.
Okay.
And then from there, he came over from England, 1634, 1635. The thought is he came into Virginia and then ended up in the, New England area, but we don't really know how that worked out. But we do know he is listed on the Founders Monument in the ancient burying ground in Hartford, Connecticut.
Excellent.
As one of the founders. And then from there, he received a charter for a monopoly for a trading post, and he's one of the founders of Stonington, Connecticut. One of the 4 founders there, where where the trading post was on the Pawcatuck River.
Okay.
And so that's really the base of where our family
kind of originates from.
Correct. Awesome. So he was an Indian interpreter, back in the 1600s between the Native Americans and the settlers at the time. And whenever there was an issue that a dispute, he was the one called in to.
He was the first man on the scene.
He was a trusted person. And last summer at our family reunion, we were listening to a history professor at the Connecticut Museum, talking about Thomas. And he said Thomas Stanton's probably one of the most famous people from that time period you never heard of, but probably should know about. We have a reunion every 4 years in the Stonington, Connecticut area.
Yeah.
And it's a good group of cousins. We get to meet. We put out a newsletter 2 or 3 times a year. We have we're up to 300 members in our society, and we solicit articles from the members, and it's a way to get to know our history, our connections together as cousins, and it's been a lot of fun.
How can people find out more about the Thomas Stanton?
We have a website, stantonsociety.org. So that's a place to go to learn about us.
Excellent. And can anyone become a member?
You have to be a descendant of Thomas Stanton and Anna Lord, or a spouse of a descendant.
Or a spouse.
Yeah, we're
awesome.